This is Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi.
She lost a custody battle, and hours later, the dad, the father, dead. Not just dead, though, murdered in front of their 4-year-old. Rachiel Moore, I've never seen that spelling of it before.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Rachiel or
Rachiel, Rachiel. I've seen a lot of spellings of it. I'm just going to go with Rachiel. I'll go with Rachiel. Rachiel Moore didn't just lose a custody fight. She made sure the man who won wouldn't live long enough to celebrate. And she made her own 4-year-old daughter watch it happen. Now, the 27-year-old Florida mother will die in prison. Sentenced to life without parole for orchestrating the cold-blooded murder of Colby Vinson, the father of her child, just hours after a judge handed him shared custody. This wasn't some heat-of-the-moment meltdown. It was premeditated, calculated, and heartless. Moore? Well, she wasn't going to do it on her own. No. Enlisted her 55-year-old former stepfather, Jason Curtis, who apparently goes by Booger, yeah, really, to execute the plan. And on March 19th of 23, just after 10 p.m., Vinson was gunned down in front of his own apartment door in Naver, Florida. His 4-year-old daughter stood right next to his body.
I can't. That is so sad.
4-year-olds remember shit.
Oh, that would never go away.
I mean, I remember when Harp was 4. I think she started doing her first podcast then. And I don't even think I'm joking about that.
I think you're about right. Yeah.
So they can be very smart and intelligent. And they know what the hell's going on around them. That same morning, Vinson had been in court, finally granted overnight visitation with his daughter after nearly a year of legal battles. He did not get to see the morning light. According to prosecutors, Moore and Curtis had been texting all week, trading messages back and forth on how to carry out the hit. So they're bright. She sent him Vinson's home and work addresses, his daily schedule, even wired gas money.
That's so thoughtful. I want you to kill him, but I don't want you to have to pay for gas.
Here's a little bit to get some of them cheese sticks at the Sonic on the way too, in case you're hungry. She practically handed him the murder itinerary. Curtis pulled the trigger, single gunshot to the face, execution style. Because, I wonder who you're going to look at as who possibly being the killer right after a judge gives you a custody ruling. I don't know who I would look at first. Then he got in his car and hit the road for Alabama. But he didn't get far. License plate readers and cell phone tower data tracked his exact path where troopers arrested him the next day.
Good.
They found a handgun and a handwritten note spelling out everything Moore had provided. Vinson's name, his routine, where to find him. It was all there.
He wrote it all down.
Yeah.
Wow.
And while Moore tried to play innocent, her actions after the murder told a very, a kind of different story. She deleted apps, wiped messages, and tried to get friends to lie about where she'd been. The jury didn't buy any of it. She was convicted of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Curtis was convicted earlier this year. Both will spend the rest of their lives behind bars. During trial, it came out that Moore vented to Curtis after the custody ruling. He responded by sending her photos of guns and knives through Facebook Messenger. Moore thanked him for making her feel better and deleted the app because nothing says, "I'm innocent," like cleaning up your digital trail after a murder. The kicker: on the night of the killing, Curtis called Moore after the shot was fired and told her, "You don't have to worry about it. Everything is fine. I have to put my ass in the wind." Okay. Get your ass in the wind. Moore said he sounded excited She offered to Venmo him $50 for gas. Prosecutors said it was as coordinated as it was cold. State Attorney Ginger Bowden Madden praised the joint effort of law enforcement at all levels who worked to bring justice to Vinson and his daughter, who saw it all. At sentencing, Moore showed no emotion, no apology, no acknowledgement of the child whose life was shattered. Of course not, because she only thinks of herself. They're not capable. Or the family who filled the courtroom wearing blue ribbons for Colby Vinson. Curtis is already serving life in Florida State Prison. Moore is headed to join him. No parole, no second chance. Just 2 lives thrown away because one woman didn't get her way.
I don't know their relationship, but just from this story alone, it's as if she saw the little child as a possession. Mm-hmm. And I don't want you to have her. It's absolutely 100% a control thing.
1,000%.
And
I don't know.
So,
she's got some personality disorder rocking. What that is, I don't know, but it's, the dark triad over there.
And there are cases where, and we both know of them, where the ex has no business having custody. Sure. They end up in court, but it's court ordered. You don't have any choice. But I don't see, anything I read about this story that there's any evidence of him being a bad dad.
And that's the thing. And
I think that would have come out.
If look, if you really knew that your ex was going to hurt your child and the court order that they have to see them, you go back to court and you start screaming and making a fucking scene about it. You get things. This is not how you go about it. But the thing is, there's no evidence in this case that he was a bad dad. This just seems like a narcissist who didn't get their way. Mm-hmm. And, and they know no bounds. And this, it's just so stupid. How did anyone think they were going to get away with this? Again, they're not bright people. I can guarantee that.
Right.
But the day of, unless you think that child is in deathly danger. Is that a word? Deathly danger? Imminent danger is probably.
Imminent sounds better.
Imminent danger. Then that deathly danger. I'm talking like they are. I'm trying to relate. Then no. That's the only reason where I'd be like, okay, they're doing the right thing to protect the child from something that they can no longer protect them from. That's not this.
No, because if that was the case, and she really did think that her daughter was in danger.
Then you just don't drop him off.
But even if it's court ordered, she dropped him off. She allowed her ex-stepdad to murder this little child's dad in front of her, and then he left. Yeah. There was nobody there to go pick up that little baby. Well, she's 4, but she's young, and console her and be there for her. How long was that little girl standing there with her dad? Because somebody had to call 911. I'm assuming in the apartment complex, somebody heard it because it would be pretty loud. This little girl was standing there. And the people who came for her were the police.
Why don't these monsters just kill themselves like they used to? Why don't they just end their own lives like they used to? She's
indignant and she's right.
Yeah, they feel empowered now. Let's go back to the old way of things where things just...
That's how much she cares about her daughter. She allowed that to happen in front of her. Oh, my God.
She doesn't care about her daughter at all. No, and she's very stupid. So... Yeah. I know nothing.
I have very few memories from when I was even earlier than 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Really none. But,
yeah. That's interesting. Some people do and some people don't. I don't find a lot in the middle. It's either none or you have a ton.
Yeah. And I have
a ton.
2 or 3.
This
little girl, I guarantee you her first memory is going to be this. Yeah. And she's 30 years
Well,
old.
maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm going to guess this might be one of those blocked out moments that, she's going to have to get a lot of therapy for. Who else finds it a little bit weird is this her former stepdad?
Yeah, her ex-stepdad. So they obviously stayed in touch.
Her ex-stepdad, who's 55, she's 33. is willing to go and risk his life and his freedom to help his former stepdaughter.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what is their relationship.
To that level. Yeah. To that level. I mean,
now I got to put my ass in the wind because I just did this for you.
I mean, I have relationships with my former stepdaughter, and we're friends, and I'm going to her graduation and all that. And, you know, you're there for them and that sort of stuff. But you're going to go kill somebody? I mean, number one, I wouldn't kill for anybody. But number two, you're going to go that far. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And he was very easily apprehended. It didn't take them much effort at all to find him, apparently.
I wonder if there's something else.
I don't know.
It just seems like quite, or they're all just really, really stupid.
Gas money? Yeah, honey, I'll help you out. I'll do that for you. Can you help me with some gas?
But then you just consider, I mean, this sounds like it was all done so casually, and it really wasn't that big of a leap to say, oh yeah, let's do this. We can pull this off. I'm just going to guess the IQs around all of this are very low. And
You're right.
And that's probably just what it is. It's a big circle of low IQ people thinking that they're going to get away with something because they're just dumb. And you know, whatever other creepy shit they have going on. I don't know. It's weird stuff.
Craving non-stop true crime updates? Press subscribe now and get the latest cases, analysis, and expert commentary delivered straight to your feed. Only from the Hidden Killers podcast and True Crime Today.